Julius Caesar, the conqueror who redefined Rome. Welcome to World Changers Top, the channel where we explore the lives of extraordinary figures who shaped history and reimagined the world. Today, we uncover the story of Julius Caesar, the Roman general, politician, and reformer whose ambition and brilliance reshaped Rome forever. From his rise as a military genius to his consolidation of power and his tragic assassination, Caesar's life is a tale of conquest, leadership, and political mastery. What drove him to risk everything for the glory of Rome? And what might his story teach us in the modern age? Let's explore the legacy of Julius Caesar, the man who defied the odds and changed history forever. 1. Early life, the roots of ambition. Julius Caesar was born Gaius Julius Caesar in 100 BCE into the influential yet not particularly wealthy Julii family, part of Rome's patrician class. His family claimed descent from the goddess Venus, but despite their noble lineage, their political power had waned. Caesar grew up during a turbulent period of Roman history, as the Republic was plagued by internal strife, corruption, and power struggles. His early experiences shaped his ambition to restore Rome's glory and elevate his family's status. At the age of 16, Caesar faced a personal tragedy when his father died, leaving him as the head of his household. Determined to forge a name for himself, Caesar began his journey into politics and military service. He aligned himself with powerful figures, including his uncle Gaius Marius, a prominent reformer and rival of the conservative Senate. 2. Early political career, a calculated rise. Caesar's early career was marked by ambition, political alliances, and strategic decisions. He married Cornelia, the daughter of a powerful political ally, defying the orders of Rome's dictator Sulla, who demanded their separation. This act of defiance nearly cost Caesar his life, but it also displayed the courage and determination that would define his legacy. To escape Sulla's wrath, Caesar joined the military and served in campaigns across Asia Minor. His bravery and strategic skill earned him the Civic Crown, one of Rome's highest military honors. Returning to Rome after Sulla's death, Caesar began his political ascent. A charismatic orator, Caesar's public speeches, filled with passion and wit, won him popular support. An ambitious reformer, he aligned himself with the populace faction, advocating for the rights of the common people. A master of alliances, he strengthened his position by forming ties with influential figures like Pompey and Crassus. 3. The First Triumvirate, a path to power. In 60 BCE, Caesar brokered a political alliance known as the First Triumvirate, a powerful yet fragile coalition between Julius Caesar, the rising star of Roman politics, Pompey the Great, a celebrated general with vast military achievements, Marcus Licinius Crassus, the wealthiest man in Rome. This alliance allowed Caesar to secure the consulship in 59 BCE, a significant step in his rise to power. As consul, Caesar pushed through reforms that redistributed land to veterans and the poor, further solidifying his popularity. To escape the constraints of Roman politics, Caesar sought a military command in Gaul, modern-day France. His ambition was clear. He aimed to expand Rome's territory, gain wealth, and build a loyal army. 4. The Gallic Wars, Caesar's military genius. Caesar's conquest of Gaul from 58 to 50 BCE remains one of the most impressive military campaigns in history. His leadership, strategic brilliance, and ability to inspire loyalty turned the Roman legions into an unstoppable force. The conquest of Gaul. Caesar faced fierce resistance from Gallic tribes. Led by warriors like Vercingetorix, he utilized innovative tactics, siege warfare, and diplomacy to divide and conquer his enemies. The decisive Battle of Alesia in 52 BCE marked the end of Gallic resistance, solidifying Caesar's reputation as a military genius. The commentaries on the Gallic Wars. Throughout the campaign, Caesar wrote Commentarii de Bello Gallico, commentaries on the Gallic War, a series of reports that detailed his victories and justified his actions. These writings showcased Caesar's rhetorical skill and served as propaganda to bolster his image in Rome. Loyalty of the legions. Caesar's success in Gaul earned him the unwavering loyalty of his soldiers, who saw him as a leader willing to share in their hardships and triumphs. 5. Crossing the Rubicon, the point of no return. By 50 BCE, Caesar's growing power alarmed the Roman Senate and his former ally Pompey. The Senate, under Pompey's influence, ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome as a private citizen. Faced with a choice between submission and defiance, Caesar made a fateful decision. On January 10th, 49 BCE, he led his legions across the Rubicon River, a small boundary that separated his province from Italy. According to legend, Caesar declared, "Alia iacta est," the die is cast, signaling that there was no turning back. This act of defiance sparked a civil war between Caesar and Pompey's forces. Despite being outnumbered, Caesar's strategic brilliance led to a series of victories. The Battle of Pharsalus, 48 BCE, Caesar defeated Pompey, forcing him to flee to Egypt, where he was later assassinated. The Egyptian campaign. Caesar intervened in the conflict between Cleopatra and her brother Ptolemy XIII, supporting Cleopatra's claim to the throne. 6. Caesar's triumph and dictatorship. By 46 BCE, Caesar had emerged as the unrivaled ruler of Rome. He was declared Dictator Perpetuo, dictator for life, a title that marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of centralized power. Caesar's rule was marked by significant reforms, economic and social policies. He introduced land reforms, debt relief, and infrastructure projects to improve the lives of ordinary Romans. Calendar reform. Caesar reformed the Roman calendar, creating the Julian calendar, which is the basis for the calendar we use today. Political restructuring. He expanded the Senate to include representatives from the provinces, reducing the dominance of the Roman elite. Despite his accomplishments, Caesar's concentration of power bred resentment among the Senate and traditionalists, who feared he was undermining the Republic. 7. The Ides of March, Caesar's assassination. By 44 BCE, Julius Caesar had reached the height of his power. Declared dictator for life, dictator perpetuo, he implemented widespread reforms that stabilized Rome's economy, restructured its political institutions, and expanded its territories. However, his growing authority and disregard for traditional republican values alarmed the Senate, particularly the Roman elite who saw his rule as the death of democracy. Conspiracy brewing. A faction of senators, led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus, began plotting against Caesar. Brutus, in particular, was a close associate of Caesar and believed that assassinating him was necessary to save the Republic. The conspirators claimed they were motivated by patriotism, but others speculate their true motives were rooted in personal and political jealousy. The Ides of March. On March 15th, 44 BCE, known as the Ides of March, Caesar entered the theater of Pompey, where the Senate was meeting. According to historians, Caesar was forewarned about the danger but dismissed it, famously saying, "What is to be avoided? The end will come when it will come." The conspirators struck quickly, stabbing Caesar 23 times. As the legend goes, when Caesar saw Brutus among the attackers, he uttered the famous words, "Ite tu, Brute, you too, Brutus," signaling his shock and betrayal. The aftermath. The conspirators expected to be hailed as liberators of Rome, but Caesar's assassination plunged the Republic into chaos. His loyal supporters, including Mark Antony and Octavian, later Augustus, rallied to avenge him, setting the stage for another bloody civil war. 8. Aftermath and the fall of the Republic. Caesar's death did not restore the Republic as the conspirators hoped. Instead, it led to a power struggle that ultimately gave rise to the Roman Empire. The rise of Mark Antony and Octavian. Mark Antony, Caesar's trusted general, and Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, joined forces to defeat the conspirators. At the Battle of Philippi in 42 BCE, the armies of Antony and Octavian crushed Brutus and Cassius, ending the dream of a restored republic. The Second Triumvirate, Antony, Octavian, and Lepidus formed the Second Triumvirate to divide control of Rome. However, their alliance was short-lived, and conflict erupted between Antony and Octavian. The birth of the Roman Empire. Octavian emerged victorious at the Battle of Actium, 31 BCE, defeating Antony and Cleopatra. In 27 BCE, Octavian assumed the title of Augustus, becoming Rome's first emperor and marking the official end of the Roman Republic. While Caesar's assassination ended his life, it accelerated the transformation of Rome into an empire, a legacy that defined the Western world for centuries. 9. The legacy of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar's influence extended far beyond his lifetime. His military conquests, political reforms, and untimely death left a lasting impact on Rome and the world. Military genius. Caesar's strategies, particularly during the Gallic Wars and the Civil War, remain a subject of study in military academies worldwide. His ability to inspire loyalty among his troops and adapt to changing circumstances showcased his brilliance as a commander. Political reforms. Caesar's reforms laid the groundwork for the stability of the Roman Empire. His reorganization of the calendar into the Julian calendar and his expansion of Roman citizenship were among his most enduring contributions. Cultural influence. Caesar's life inspired countless works of art, literature, and theater. William Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar immortalized his assassination and the moral dilemma of power and loyalty. The term Caesar became synonymous with leadership, influencing titles like Tsar, Russia, and Kaiser, Germany. The debate over power. Caesar's life raises timeless questions about leadership and governance. Was he a tyrant who destroyed the Republic, or a visionary who saved Rome from corruption and decline? 10. Speculative Julius Caesar in the 21st century. If Julius Caesar were alive today, how might his genius, ambition, and leadership shape the modern world? A master of modern politics, Caesar's political instincts would make him a formidable leader in today's complex geopolitical landscape. He might thrive as a charismatic statesman, uniting nations under a single vision or leading global organizations like the United Nations. His skill in building alliances would be invaluable in an era of international diplomacy. Corporate titan. Caesar's ambition and strategic brilliance could see him as the CEO of a global tech empire or multinational corporation. Like modern visionaries such as Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, he might revolutionize industries and expand humanity's reach into new frontiers, perhaps even space. Master of media and propaganda. In the age of social media, Caesar's ability to craft compelling narratives, like his commentaries on the Gallic Wars, would make him a master of modern storytelling. He might use platforms like Twitter or YouTube to rally supporters and promote his vision for the future. A global leader in crisis, whether addressing climate change, economic inequality, or international conflicts. Caesar's decisive leadership style and ability to inspire loyalty would make him a key figure in solving the world's greatest challenges. A polarizing figure. While many would admire Caesar's achievements, his authoritarian tendencies and concentration of power might spark fierce opposition. Debates about democracy, liberty, and leadership would dominate headlines, much like they did in ancient Rome. 11. Lessons from Julius Caesar's life. Julius Caesar's life offers enduring lessons for leaders, politicians, and individuals alike. The power of vision. Caesar's ability to see beyond immediate challenges and pursue ambitious goals was the key to his success. Visionary leaders inspire people to achieve greatness. Adaptability and strategy. Caesar's military and political strategies demonstrate the importance of adaptability. In a constantly changing world, those who can think on their feet thrive. The dangers of absolute power. Caesar's story is also a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power. Balancing ambition with accountability is essential for sustainable leadership. Leaving a legacy. Caesar's achievements remind us that true greatness lies in leaving a lasting impact. Whether through reform, innovation, or conquest, his life shaped history. Julius Caesar was more than a conqueror. He was a visionary whose ambition reshaped the ancient world and whose story continues to inspire us today. From the fields of Gaul to the halls of the Roman Senate, Caesar's brilliance, determination, and tragic end remind us of the power and peril of leadership. Thank you for watching this exploration of Julius Caesar's life and legacy on World Changers Top. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more stories about the extraordinary figures who changed history. Let us know in the comments who you'd like us to feature next. See you in the next video.